Okay folks, I got another product here from Funhorun. Now, how they come up with these Chinese names, I have no idea. I made this video once, and again, this time, I lost my lavalier mic somewhere between finishing the last video and this video, because previously I made the video with the hammock stand with a dead lavalier mic.
All right,
so
here
I'm just
we
having
have
no
our
luck
Funhorun
But this is the hunting blind,
and
we're
we're
going
getting ready
to
to
open
set
it
up
up here and take a
Comes in
look at
this
it
quarter,
and see what we think about it. Case, got backpack straps, you carry it as a backpack or otherwise. Now, I've never set up one of these pop-up blinds, so this will be my first for something like this, and it's obvious from the video that I'm going to struggle with this because I've never set one up. I was going to make the video over again. Now look how neatly that is wrapped up right there. I never get it back to looking like that when I get it in the bag. Luckily the bag is big enough that it will go back in there. Yeah, but you'll see at the end. It also came with stakes to stake it out with, and some guy lines, and a little hunting chair, a little three-legged hunting chair. So it's got that strap is sewn into it, so the strap stays on it. But when I was putting it back together, I like to never found that strap. I looked and looked and looked around the thing. The position it's sewed in, it was hard to find, or at least it was hard for me to find. There's the stakes and the little chair that come with it. We'll throw that aside. We don't need that right now, because obviously I'm going to struggle to set this up because I don't know what I'm doing. So, and you all probably know more about these things than I do. Do you usually pop the top out first? Do you try to get a side started? See there I'm trying to pop the top out, but having trouble figuring out where I need to have leverage at. So I'm struggling with it right now, trying to figure out where to pop the sides out at. So I'm not going to make you watch this, so we'll cut this part out, and I'll come back when we're a little further along. At this point, I've got the four sides popped out. Now we'll set her up here, and I'm going to go inside and pop it up from the inside. I figured that's probably the best way to do it. It's made out of a nice heavy fabric, and yet you can pretty well see through the whole thing. It's when you're inside looking out, you can see, you know, it's kind of opaque, but not really either. So there I popped the top up, and there's it's got those slits to shoot through on all four sides. Now you have zippers on two corners, and you can unzip one side, and actually you can flip that up, and I assume you could probably pop it to where it's not popped out, and that would lay right over the top, and you could have a three-sided, but that would make it great for, you know, if you had bulkier gear you wanted to take in there, make it quicker to get in there, larger chairs and things, you could just open that up and take all your gear in. Maybe you got a cooler or whatever, buddy heaters, make it great for that. That way you don't have to squeeze through a zipper. You can get in and out, set up quickly, and then just let it down and zip yourself in. So there's the little three-legged stool that came with it. Nothing big in it. That ain't going to be a day comfort, but there's plenty of room in there for two people. It's actually pretty spacious inside, so let's go inside and take a look. Okay, here we are inside. The top of this thing is completely blacked out. Now, like I said, the inside is dark. It's blacked out, but as you can see, you can you can see through the whole thing. It's got a good heavy material, and those shooting slots, they have little like a plastic rods and little slides that they slide up and down on, so there's no zippers to make noise, nothing like that. And you have one on each side, and like I said, you can pretty well see out of the thing. The top is solid, so I'm assuming in a rainstorm it would keep you somewhat dry. Has a little storage pocket over there if you want to take some snacks or some extra ammo, or stick your cell phone down in there, whatever you needed to use that for. That's the only storage in the little unit. Of course, both sides of that side panel will zip up and seal you up in there. So really nice. It's actually really kind of a thick, heavy material. Seems like a quality made little hunting blind. And again, I didn't see on it what pattern of camo it was, but it looks like a knockoff of mossy oak or something similar to that. So there's kind of a view looking out through the shooting lane there. You can see my tripod sitting out there. You could open up all four sides if you need be, and have 360-degree view around you. So that's the Fun So Run, Run So Fun, Fun So Run. No, I forget what it was called. Nice little hunting blind. I'll leave a link to this in the description so you guys can check it out. So now I'm going to try to take it down and see how quickly we can get it took down and put back in its storage bag. Now that I've know how it operates, it was quite a bit easier to take it down. Now, the one thing I did struggle with, that when I took it out of the bag, it had that strap, and if I ain't mistaken, it's in that back left hand corner of where I'm putting it down previously there. But I have to look and look and look to find that strap. I like to never find it. So it goes back down pretty quick. Pretty simple. My biggest issue I had was finding that strap to strap it back together. And I struggled with that for several minutes trying to find that strap. I'm looking for it, so I won't bore you with that. So here I've located the little strap after about, according to the video, what I've cut out of, about 5 minutes it took me to find that strap. I looked and looked and looked and looked. And, yeah. So I finally find it, and we're going to strap her up here and see about getting her put back together. So I've got it strapped there now, but it's still a pretty good little mess there. So I'm going to try and adjust that strap and get it back in the bag. And to make a long story short, it did go back in the bag. Took a little bit of work, but the bag is big enough to get it back into after you take it out, because that stuff never goes back to where it should be. It just don't happen. They pack that stuff in the factory and put it in those bags, and you never get it down to that original. You just don't do it. I've had tents that never got back in the bag after the first time out. So, but this does go back in, and I'm not going to bore you with that. But assuredly, it goes back in along with the chair and everything it came with. So anyway, guys, there's a quick look at the Funhorun pop-up hunting blind. Easily hold 2 people. Looks like it's made out of good quality material. Didn't see anything wrong with it. I've never owned a pop-up hunting blind, and actually that was always too high-tech for me. But anyway, guys, I'll leave a link to this, and until the next video, we'll see you guys later.